Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Ark pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Ark who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from the GMS Orlando camp, coming at you with another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification, another daily edification. Lord's willing is be edifying. And this is, if you are an Israelite, salvation is for you. The first precept I'm going to get is Revelation 21 and starting at verse 1. Revelation 21 and 1. And it reads, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrakatah, Shalom. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from power out of heaven, prepared as a bride adored for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them. Who is the them? That's the key. That's the buzzword. The tabernacle of God is with men. What men? They say, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their power. So it say the tabernacle of power is with men, and he will dwell with them. So let's see what men, because this is about specifics, man, which is who? The Hebrew Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Now, it said the tabernacle of power is with men, and he would dwell with them. Who is the them? That's the key of this lesson. Ezekiel 37 and verse 15. And it reads, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? So when y'all did the highways and byways with the 12 tribe chart, Jake's supposed to walk by and ask you, okay, I see myself on the sign. What do you mean by this? And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I will take one stick of Joseph. I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, the northern kingdom, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. 12 tribes coming back together, right? As one nation. Verse 21, verse 20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes. That's when you know highways and byways, and you got the 12 tribe chart out there, right? Verse 21. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, all four corners of the earth, and bring them into their own land, and I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be one, they shall be no more two nations, the northern and southern, neither shall they be divided into two parts anymore at all. No more separation. It's going to be the 12 tribes of Israel, one nation. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, Jesus Christo, Santa Maria, um, Islam, right? Hinduism, Buddhism, right? Following all these false doctrines, religion, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. Say, will cleanse you, man. Hebrews 8, right? You're gonna put that, you're gonna put the laws into your inward parts. Verse 24. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. And they who, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob, my servant, wherein your fathers had dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Verse 26. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them who, Israel, Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians only. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. Hebrew chapter 8, 7 through 10. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary, his tabernacle, in the midst of them forevermore. This is the point. Verse 27. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. Now let's go back to Revelation 21 and verse 3. It said, Revelation 21 and 3. This is John saw a new heaven and a new earth, right? Verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of power is with men. What men? And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and power himself shall be with them and be their God. It said the exact same thing in Ezekiel 37. Let's read again. Ezekiel 37 and 27. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Who? When you go back up to 19, it said, what? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. Who is my hand? The Most High Yahweh, man. But when you make the 12 tribe chart and you out there, this is talking about who? Israel, man. My verse 27, my tabernacle also shall be with them who, the same thing is said in Revelation 21 and 3. Yeah, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen, who are the heathens? The other 17 nations, man. The Lord created 18 nations on the earth. The 12 tribes of Israel is one nation. It just said it right here, man. And they will be one nation, no more two, right? Right here. Ezekiel 37:22. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all, man. And we know the kingdom was split during the time of Solomon, man. Okay? The kingdom been split since then, man. So back in Ezekiel 37:28, And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. So, what is it talking about, man? You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, man. This is Revelation chapter 7 and 1. Hey, we always got newcomers coming in, learning, watching. So, hey, this is for those, man. Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw four angels stand on the four corners of earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, Ezekiel the ninth chapter, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Now we know that's talking about, that's plain. But when you got people that get confused, because Revelation 7:9 say, and after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Now, when you go to Revelation 14, it reads this. Revelation 14 and 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion. And you can read this in 2nd Ezra. And with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their forehead. And I heard the voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man is saying, no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, meaning philosophies, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men. What men? The heathen nations, right? And to Israel. These were redeemed from among men. That's why I tell you in 2nd Ezra that he would take them from thy number, being the first fruits unto power and to the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of power. Now, when you go into the and an unnumbered multitude from out of all nations, kindreds, and tribes, right? So this is Revelation 5 in verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to power by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. Now it said, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Now, when you go to Exodus 19, because it said kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. This is Exodus 19 and verse 5. Now, therefore, Exodus 19 and 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words that thou shalt speak unto who? The children of Israel. You see that? Revelation go back to Exodus 19 and 6, man. That kingdom, we shall be, what it said? Let's read again. Revelation 5 and 10. It say, and has made us unto power, it had made unto us our power, kings and priests. We shall reign on the earth. So this is talking about who? It's clear, man. It's talking about you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. Now, this is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. Because what the churches teach is everybody can come in now. Since Yahushua came and crucified himself, all nations can be saved. Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Now, what they say is, oh, yeah, we know the Israelites. Yeah, of course you're going to get salvation, but now all the other nations can come in. That's not in the scriptures nowhere, man. Okay, we had this bug out guy come up to the camp talking about what about Ephesians? What about Ephesians, man? These letters are pertaining to who? Israelites, man. This is James chapter 1, verse 1, which we all know these scriptures, but you always got the Lord is always raising up new people, man. Right? New sheep. James 1 and 1. James, a servant of power and of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. This is not talking about heathens, man. This is Hebrews 13 and 8. It reads, Yahweh HaMashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever, man. Yahweh HaMashiach, the same yesterday, Old Testament, and today, New Testament, and forever, man. The kingdom of heaven is only for you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. Point blank, period. As the scriptures say. Now, this is Ezekiel 34 in verse 12. And it reads, Ezekiel 34 and 11. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I, even I, will both search my sheep and seek them out, as a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered. So will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. What's the cloudy and dark day? What they call it, doomsday, man. Okay? The fall of Babylon the Great, man. Okay? When Yahweh shall return with the angels and the chariots, man. Again, so will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in a cloudy and dark day. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries, North America, South America, Central America, around the world, the four corners of the earth, man. And I will bring them out from the people and gather them from the countries and will bring them to their own land and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers and in all inhabited places of the country. I will feed them in a good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie in a good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, said the Lord Yahweh power. I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven out, and will bring, as and bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. Okay? But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment. He said he would do what? He said he's going to, as a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep. He will seek out his sheep, man. Now, this is verse 16, Ezekiel 34 and 16. I will seek that which was lost and bring again that which was driven out. Now, when you go, if you know about the law, If you know about the writings of Moses, which the Lord told him to write, Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 27. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord Yahweh shall lead you. You see that? That was about the scattering of Israel, man. Now, this is Luke 19 and 10. It reads this: For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. What did Yahweh say in Ezekiel? Let's go back to Ezekiel real quick. Ezekiel 34 and 16. It reads, I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven out, and will bind up that which was broken. Who is this? You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, Haitians. Luke 19 and 10 again. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. You got these devils constantly go back and forth. Kingdom of heaven is for them, but it's not, man. You're going to be outside the temple, and they tell you that in Revelation, man. This is Matthew 24. I ain't gonna make this too long. Just my spirit just hit me to go into this. This is Luke Matthew 24, and it start at verse 29. Because you got to remember, when I read Ezekiel, it said, matter of fact, before I start reading this, let's get this one more time. Ezekiel 34, one more time, just for edification's sake. He said, Ezekiel 34, words of the Lord. Ezekiel 34 and 12. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered. I just read that in Deuteronomy 4 and 27. He said, in the cloudy and dark day. What's the cloudy and dark day? When all hell gonna break loose on the earth, right? What's that? The day of tribulation, man. Matthew 24 and 29. That's why I went back to Ezekiel, because I tell you right here. Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Which I just read, say in Ezekiel 34 and 12, he's going to come and save that which he scattered in the cloudy and dark day. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. It said the angels is going to gather the elect. Hold on. Revelation chapter 7 and verse 3. Again, what did it say? Revelation 1. Revelation 7 and 1. It say, and after these things I saw four angels stand on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind shall not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on the trees. Right? And I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. His angels is putting in the work. Back in Matthew, again, 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Luke 18 and 7. And shall not power avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he be along with them. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth. Now, I keep talking about the elect, man. Matthew 24 and 22 reads, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. So how can you fit all nations into this, man? Mark 13 and 20 reads, and except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, the chosen, he have shortened the days. So you can't just put any and everybody in the salvation, man. The salvation is reserved for who? It said his elect, man. This is Isaiah 45 and verse 4. It reads, for Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Why were we not known? Why do we not know the Lord? Because he told Jeremiah 17 and 4, even thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage, right? But it was going to come a time when he's going to what? Malachi 4 and 5, he's going to send back Elijah, right? Before that great and terrible day, that cloudy and dark day, man. To do what? To wake up Israel, man, the elect. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. You can't change it, man. There's no changing. The Lord say he does not change, man. This is Exodus 2 and 25. It reads, Exodus 2 and 24. And power heard their groaning, and power remember his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And power looked upon the children of Israel, and power had respect unto them, man. You can't change. There is no changing. The Lord say he does not change, man. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 7. For if that first covenant had been faultless, then shall no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, who were the them Israelites, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. That's the northern and southern kingdom, man. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. He's being specific right here, man. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord Yahweh. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. It didn't say Israel and Judah. It said Israel. Why? Because Ezekiel 37 said there will be one nation. There will be no more two nations. As I read you in Ezekiel 34, man, there's going to be one nation, man. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. What days? After the great tribulation, man. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me a people. Now he said, I will what? I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. When you go to Leviticus 26 and 46, it reads this. Leviticus 26 and 46. Let me read 45. but I will, for their sakes, remember the covenant of their ancestors. Hold on. Leviticus 26 and 45. But I will, for their sakes, remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their God. I am the Lord Yahweh. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses, man. You can't change this, man. This is Psalms 147 and 19. It reads, let's read 18. He sent about his word and melted them. He caused his wind to blow and the waters flow. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. I just read that, Leviticus 26 and 46. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, with any other nation. He has not dealt with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Who? The 17 heathen nations. Praise ye the Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now let's get this in Amos. Amos 3 and 1, 3 and 2 saying the same thing I just read in Psalm 147 and 20. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known. That's not the whole world, man. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Who are the other families of the earth? The 17 heathen nations, man. The Lord created 18 nations. You 12 tribes of Israel is one nation. As I read to you in Ezekiel 34th chapter, the other 17 nations are heathens. They are nothing to the Lord. Go read Isaiah 40 and 17. Isaiah 40, 15 through 17, the Lord tell you plainly, the other nations are nothing to him. They just extras in the movie, man. The main two characters of this movie is Jacob and Esau. The Israelites and the Edomites. Okay? The Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the so-called white people are the main two characters. Israelites and Edomites. The other nations, the other 16 heathen nations, are extras in the movie, man. The Lord doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about the Edomites neither. This is Amos 3, again in verse 1. O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. You see, only Israel knew the judgment of the Lord, man. Only what's iniquities? Iniquities is sin on top of sin. Go look it up. Sin on top of sin, man. And who was the laws given to? Look, I just read Leviticus 26 and 46. Let's read this. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. It reads, whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. Is it talking about everybody? No, it's not. You looking at, because it say whosoever. Whosoever committeth sin, what is sin? Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Who was the law given to? Again, Leviticus 26 and 46. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. So who can break the laws? Only you Israelites. You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitians. You can break the law. The heathen nations, the Chinese, the Japanese, the so-called white man, the Arabs, these Pakistani and these Elamites, they can't break the laws because they don't have the laws, man. Come on, I just read that, brother. I just read that. They don't got the laws, okay? So they freely do whatever they want to do. We got dietary laws. We're not supposed to eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. No shellfish. Only fish with fins and scales. Okay? We got dietary laws. Eat things like chicken and turkey and deer and ox and sheep, goat, right? Lamb. We got laws we got to follow, man. We can't just jump up and eat anything we want to, like the Chinese eating bats and rattlesnakes and all. We can't eat that, man. We have we have a dietary law we must follow, man. Why? Because the Lord gave you his law, statutes, and commandments. This is Joel 2 and 27. It reads, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. Why we shall know? Because of the judgments, the laws and statutes, man. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord Yahweh, your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. Matthew chapter 15. The Lord said he came to seek that which was lost, man. These other nations, they was never lost, man. They was never lost. These 17 heathen nations, they've been knowing who they are forever, man. It's you Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't know who you are, man. Well, we know now. Matthew 15 and 24. But he answered and said, Yahushua, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. You can't be jumping talking about what Paul. Paul went to the Israelites, man. Paul went to the Israelites that was scattered throughout the entire world, man, in the known world. This is Jake always trying to fit the heathen nations in. Well, they can't be saved, man. This is Revelation, and this go for all the heathens, all of them, man. Every last one of them. This go for all of them, man. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 1. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of power and the altar and them that worship therein. This talking about the Israelites and the kingdom of heaven. And there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of power and the altar and them that worship therein. But the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not. For it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread underfoot 42 months. Who are they talking about? It's again, but the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, man. These devils, the heathens, all 17 heathen nations will not come into the temple in the kingdom. They're going to be outside the kingdom, man. Okay? In their own lands, bringing tributaries to the Hebrew Israelites forever, man, under Yahushua. These devils have no part in your kingdom, man. But Jake always try to what? Bring these devils in, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 15. It reads, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. All heathens going to be thrust through when Yahweh shall return, man. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So all you bug outs talking about you don't want to go. Hey, we had a guy come to the camp few times, few people. If the so-called white man can't get saved, I don't want to go. What type of sense does that? Hey, Jake got Stockholm syndrome to the 20th power, man. Okay, to the 20th power, man. They don't want to be saved unless Esau Edom gets saved. Well, he can't be saved, man. Okay, and they don't care about the Chinese or the Japanese. All they care about is the Edomites. Hebrews chapter 12. Let's read this. In 16, it reads, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. We all know he sold to Jacob, right? For what? Some red pottage. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. Stop trying to say the devil, man. He was rejected. For he found no place of repentance with the Heavenly Father Yahweh, though he sought it carefully with tears, man. They tell you in Genesis 27, he crying to his father Isaac about a blessing, right? He found no place of repentance, man. So he can't be saved, man. So stop trying to save the wicked, man. Come on, I read that too, brother. James 1:1. I brought that out. Come on, the water though, the water. Let me get a couple of these precepts out of the comment board. They ain't want to be too long. The brother Abner now got Isaiah 55:5. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not. Hold on. It say, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee because of the Lord Yahweh thy power and for the Holy One of Israel. Right, Con. And since you brought that out, here's another one. This is Michael, which I like to read. This is Michael chapter 4. Let me see. Michael chapter 4, verse 5. It reads, for all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord Yahweh, our power forever and ever. In that day, said the Lord Yahweh, will I assemble her that halteth, and I will gather her that is driven out, and her that I have afflicted, and I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And the Lord Yahweh shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem, man. Hey, ain't nothing you can't. There's no ifs, and buts about it, man. Finishing off Isaiah 55 and 5. For he have glorified thee, hey, amongst all nations, man. You Negro, Latino, Native Americans will be glorified. It tell you in Zephaniah, man, 3:19, that he will get you praise and fame in the land where you will put to shame, man. So if he gonna get you, he said among the heathen, man. Hold on. As a matter of fact, man, you people don't read these scriptures, man, because it clearly tell you in Ezekiel 37:28, it reads this, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. That's a separation right there, man. When you go to Zechariah 2:6, what did the Lord say, man? What did the Lord say, man? Zechariah 2:6. It reads, ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven. The same four winds that the angels are going to grab you from in Matthew 24:31. The same four winds that them angels are standing on in Revelation 7, man. Okay? For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven, saith the Lord Yahweh. Deliver thyself. Hold on. Is that not a separation? Deliver, Zechariah 2:7. Deliver. You know what deliver means? Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. That's separation, man. That's a separation, man. But thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. If everybody can be saved, if everybody on the damn planet can be saved, why is he saying, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you? Spoiled who? Edomites did spoil Edomites. Who they spoil? Even though they fought against each other with the Civil Wars, right? You had the British against the French, right? But this ain't talking about that, man. This is talking about that spoiled you, Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians. And you can read it in Joel, the 3rd chapter, man. Okay? But thus said the Lord of Yahweh of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. The Lord ain't make all nations the apple of his eye, man. He only chose one nation for the apple of his eye. Deuteronomy 32:8 reads, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. But the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Israel had 12 sons. He found him in a desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him, who? Jacob, about. He instructed him, who? Israel. He kept him as the apple of his eye. Now, a lot of people is confused thinking that Israel is the land. Israel is not the land before it's the person. Israel is a person, then it's the land, man. This is 2 Maccabees, chapter 5 and verse 19. It reads, nevertheless, God did not choose the people for the place's sake, but the place for the people's sake. Israel is not the land first and foremost. Israel is a man named Jacob. Okay? His name was changed to Jacob. You can read that in Genesis 32, starting at verse 24, man. His name was changed to Israel when he wrestled an angel, man. Okay? Salaki, people get confused thinking Israel is the land. No, man. It's a man's name. His name was changed from Jacob to Israel. Israel had 12 sons who became the Israelites. Therefore, then the land is theirs, man. It's not you heathens. So for anyone who come out to watch this video, at which we constantly go into, they just basic Hebrew Israelite 101, but you got a lot of people that still waking up to the truth, man. Okay? Israel is a man name, and he had sons, and that is their land. Okay? They was kicked out of their land. As a matter of fact, let's get this. Ezekiel 36. Let's read this. Ezekiel 36, just to read the point, in verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. Idumea is the Greek word for Edom, Edomites, the so-called white man. It say, again, Ezekiel 36 and 5, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, every last one of them, man. And say unto the mountains and to the hills, so jump down. It say, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Listen, man, What did the Lord say? Let's get this. Ezekiel 36 and 24. For I will take you, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, man. Who are they talking about? So if everybody can be saved, why is the Lord going to gather a certain group of people from among the heathens if everybody can be saved? It don't make sense, man. Let me read this again. Ezekiel 36 and 24. Ezekiel 36 and 23. Hold on. Ezekiel 36 and 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whether you went. Therefore, Salakia, verse 21. 1 minute. Salakia, verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, saith the Lord Yahweh power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Okay, Ezekiel 37, man. Reading on. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries. It didn't say just North America, Babylon the Great. It say all countries, man. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. Where's our land at, man? Israel, man. Jerusalem. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall draw in the land, and ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. Now, let's get this in Ezekiel 39. This is Ezekiel 39:21. And I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh their God from that day and forward. And the heathen, Ezekiel 39 and 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity because they trespassed against me. Daniel chapter 9. Therefore, hid I my face from them, Hosea 5 and 15, and gave them into the hand of their enemies, so fell they all by the sword. You see that? The Lord say he's going, you heathens again, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity because they trespassed against me. It had nothing to do with you. We are in the rulership, we are under the rulership of the heathen because we sinned against the Lord, man. It had nothing to do with the devil. It had nothing to do with the basis of men, man. Let's see, let's get this. The brother put up, this is Adam now put up Isaiah 51:11. Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord Yahweh shall return and come with singing. What does it say in Revelation? No one could learn that song but the 140 and 4,000. What? Therefore, the redeemed of the Lord Yahweh shall return and come with singing. Singing what? The song of Moses, man. Unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. What's that? The crown, man. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Hold on. Revelation 22 and 3. What does it say? And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of power and of the Lamb shall be in it, It and his servants shall serve him. Listen, man. Ain't gonna be no more curses, man. Okay? Have not got a Revelation 14 and 4 con. Well, I read that. Con. Yeah, man. Hey, the kingdom of heaven is only for Israel, man. Okay, on this side, the 1/3. When the kingdom of heaven get established, it's gonna be for all of Israel, man. All of Israel. Brother Adam now put up Isaiah 43 and 3. For I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Yeah, man. Beautiful. Yeah, you see it. Shawab. What is that? Shawab, Bun, Yashka, Yeshar, Shashka, Bun Yasharal, if I'm pronouncing that right. Hey, Shalom, brother, if I ain't pronounced that right. Shalom. Shalom, brother. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shah, Bashem Kakadash Brakatham. Shalom, everybody tuning in. I ain't mean for this to go a little long, but I was just flowing in the spirit, man. Hey, so yeah, man, Lord witness edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. The honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel today, no matter how you feel. Okay? Sincere salutations to all the ark pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the who are listening and learning. A few sisters who are listening and learning. Hey, Lord, when edifying till next time I say shalom. Hey, the while for tuning in. Hey, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah, Bashim Kakadash. Hey, Brakathum, everybody tuning in. Hey, Lord, when edifying till next time I say shalom. Shalom, sister. Yahweh Shema Shah, Brakathum.